other parents can see the show, and we can, you know, just share this message out to everyone that needs to see it. Now, we know that when it comes to children and parenting, we can have all type of different point of views.
Yep.
You know, you have what you think, I have what I think. The way you raise your children might not be the way that I raise mine.
So this is contingent.
Yeah. So this is like a mixed pot. We're just gonna go ahead and dissect it, and that way we can get some nitty gritty of this subject, and hopefully we cover a lot of grounds.
Yeah,
it's some good things. Some good things.
So what I want you guys to do right now, as you are on live, put a thumbs up or a like or a heart if you have children from the ages of, I want to say 8 to 20. That's a good bracket.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice
So if you have children between the ages of 8 to 20, like, share, like, let me know.
I think so too. I think I think that's a good age to start. It's about 8. I would even say even earlier than that, girl.
Earlier than 8?
Man,
listen, we're not gonna push it. We're not gonna push the 8 brackets, guy.
These children nowadays,
they know a lot.
I mean, boo-boo.
They know a lot.
Boo-boo, between YouTube and everything on
TV. What? That's why my kids gonna be on Disney. No, not even
Disney.
Then. Not even Disney.
Even
They're gonna be on Cubo all day life. I promise. My kids are gonna be on Cubo their whole satellite. Listen, satellite.
Not even cable.
PBS
satellite.
Kids. Listen, because as a child growing up, our TV was, it had its subliminal messages, but you
had to be an adult to capture this stuff.
But now it's like, it doesn't matter adult or not, you gonna catch it. Like, you catch it.
They're gonna be like, Mommy, what happened?
Is that a boy with a...
No.
Where's the remote? Where's the gosh dog it remote? Like, oh no.
It happens.
Hey Joey. Hey Kiki. Woo, she would kill me if I called her Kiki. Hey Nikki.
Hi guys.
Hi you guys. So yeah, so again, if you have children between the ages of 8 and 20, go ahead and like this, like it, so I can see how many people were actually
in that bracket. Okay. So let's do our drum roll.
So today's show.
Drum roll.
This is not the
Here.
There you go. Listen to the difference. Ready? Look. Hi, Eugene. So today's show
is on pre-teen and teenage dating.
Pre-teen and teenage dating. Like coming home and saying, Mommy, I got a girl. Mommy, I got a boyfriend. I flunko. I'm your girlfriend. I am your boyfriend. You ain't got none of those. You ain't got none of those.
Listen. It's like, you know, it's like, man. It's like,
you ain't got none of those. I'm your girlfriend. I am gonna be your
your everything.
Your everything. Hey, don't even come for me like that. Listen, I wish my son. No, I'm just playing.
But he will. Eventually, he will.
But you know what? I don't know.
They will come into that age where you'll come home and you'll hear that, and you'll be like,
what?
You got a what?
Say that. Run it back. Run it back one time.
Run it back one time to me.
Listen.
Okay, so we do have a lot to cover. And I want to get into the nitty-gritty of that. Because I know tonight that I might not be able to ask you a lot of questions because you don't have a teenager or a preteen.
My eldest
but you do have a young man.
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old, you guys. He'll be 9 this Sunday.
She got a little young man. And but this is what I wanted to tell you. So remember the other day I went to pick him up from school.
Don't you tell me a story. Wait, hold on. Wait, you gonna do this? Why you ain't tell me this? Wait a minute.
What you gonna tell me? Right?
Go ahead.
So I went to pick him up from school.
Okay.
And then your daughter came up, and your daughter said, Auntie Nancy, that girl right there love your son. She said his name.
Right.
She loves B. And I was like, who? And honey, this is what
now I'm gonna go to these people's school.
The little girl ran to the door. Bye, B. And I mean, eyes batting, and I'm like, and I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at him, and he turned purple, and she's batting, and then her little friend came along, and was like, is that him? Is that him?
You lying. Oh.
This is, and what grade is he in? 4th grade. 4th grade. So, yes, honey. So, it starts, you don't have a preteen, but baby, it's coming. It's coming. Hi, Charles. It is coming. So, you might as well get ready for it, because I witnessed it, what was it, like a couple of days ago, when I went to go pick him up. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, so it's coming. Just brace yourself. Say, I'm a mom. Repeat after me. I'm a mom.
I'm a mother.
And I have a son.
And I got a son.
That the girls like.
Bruh.
But it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Okay, but this is my question to you. We have our first question.
Wait, my head hurt. What's your doggone question with your doggone news? Now I gotta talk to myself. Who's this girl? Who is she?
This is the thing, guys. This is the thing. Like we, and it starts very early. This whole boyfriend and girlfriend thing, it starts really early. And the thing is that we take it as it's cute, right?
No, I don't take it as it's cute. Nah, it ain't cute.
It's like they be in kindergarten and VPK or whatever. I mean, it starts early. And you will hear, oh, that's my boyfriend, and that's my girlfriend, and I like him, and I like her. And what will we do? We'll be like, oh, that's so cute.
Who do that?
Girl, you know a lot of people does that.
Not the
That's
Jenny.
so cute. Oh my God, that's your boyfriend. And then we play with the idea.
And then
that's how it starts. Like we play with the idea. We play with the thought. And then we call our friends like, girl, you should have seen, just like I just did. I just entertained, the heck out of that situation. Like I was like,
did y'all not see my face though? Like for real?
Like, wait a minute. Like,
listen, and you know what's the scary part? My son has his own cell phone.
Yeah, so they exchange numbers.
So this is what I do, y'all. I go through his phone once a week, every week. I check text messages, phone calls, phone logs, everything. If it ain't me, his daddy, somebody I know, we having problems.
But you know that it's just like it's almost like inevitable. Like it's going to happen whether you want it or not.
Right.
I believe that it's something that is going to eventually happen. Like it happened with us. It happened with you.
We have to stop them.
But see, definitely though, how we used to date, guys. I don't know how
nothing like
the
how
age group of my listeners. I know most of you are probably in your 20s and in your 30s, probably even 40s. But when you were growing up and you said to somebody, I am your girlfriend, I am your boyfriend, it was like innocent.
Right.
It was so innocent. Like you would probably hold hands. That's the most you'll do.
Kiss on the cheek. Because back in the days we had cooties. Back in the days, we had cooties. Daryl, the topic is preteen and teenage dating.
Yes.
Back in the days, we had cooties. It was circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I got my cootie shot.
Are you my boyfriend? Circle, yes.
Yes, no, maybe.
Circle, no.
But we had to get vaccinated for cooties. The circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I got my cootie shot. Circle, circle, square, square. Now I got it everywhere. Look, we were vaccinated. We were clear of cooties.
But now, you are in school, and I go to my son's middle school, and what I see,
yo, them middle schoolers
in middle school, first of all, exactly, the young ladies and the young men I see in middle school, guys, I be looking like, yo, like, what food you been eating? Like,
it's in the water.
What hormone processed food that the school been feeding you? Because it's like, oh my gosh, like the development of our children too. It's completely different.
Yeah.
It's completely different. Like, you have them developed, you know, the boobies are like out here, and then the body is banging already, and you like, no wonder my son comes home with a headache every day.
For real. I went to go visit my good friend. She's a teacher. She used to be a teacher at one of the schools out here in a middle school. And I went to go visit her one day, and no lie, I walked through the school, the campus, and you have these little boys. Excuse me, you new here? Mind you, I look like,
you.
To me. Because I'm looking like one of the other classmates. Like, these girls.
They're developed, guys. Like, I mean, I look at them and I'm like, I look like the child.
For real.
Like, I look like the student. Like, I know when I do drive-bys at my son's school, like, I'll go and I'll just pop up at his school. And when I do that, I usually, you know, pretty much casual. And I would fit right in. Right? Because I'm like 4'9", nothing, you know, and if I'm like dressed down, little ponytail or something, I fit right in. So it's like, to compare me, that's like 37, to these little, what is 13, 12, 13-year-old, and this is middle school.
Imagine high school.
And the other day, I saw them kissing.
Ooh. Oh, Lord. You saw who kissing them?
I saw.
Oh, Lord. Wait, you got my eye twitching. Wait. Really?
I saw little middle schoolers kissing.
Like making out or kissing?
Full making out. Full make out. Like, I had some water bottle in my car. I wanted to take that water bottle and like, hey. I was like, why? Where? But it all goes back to what they are watching. Social media, I think, has a huge part of that, because of everything they're watching, they're seeing from, you know, from what's being posted by different people. And that's why I have the rules that I have at my home. You know, I have the rule that, hey, ain't no social media access in my house until you are at least 18.
Yeah, my kids don't have social media. They're on my social media, but they're not on social media.
No. Like my son that's in college, he's 19, he just
got a social media.
Got into social media.
Year.
Yeah, last year. He just got on Facebook, just got on Instagram and did his thing. I'm like, okay, you're in college now, you can do whatever you want. But before that, boo-boo, like, I told my 13-year-old, if I know that you have a social media account, you could say bye-bye to your phone. Like, that's not happening. Like, it's gone. Like, I'm not tolerating that. Because, and then the thing about it is that I could take it away, but while they're in school, they can be watching it from other kids. Because they have a way. It's kind of like when we were kids and our mom told us not to wear pants, but we put it in our book bag.
And God forbid that she has to stop by the school for whatever reason that they have to stop by the school. Now you're like, ooh.
That happened to me.
I know. I said it for a reason.
My mom didn't pull up. Yo, I had makeup on, I had jewelry on, and I was not supposed to have all that stuff on. So I get that. They get to the school and the rules change.
Yeah.
So that's like what we're battling. That's what we're battling. Okay, let's get into our questions, because we're just going off and we're not even getting into our questions. We have Daryl that's saying some things. I'm not sure. Daryl.
He said you were a tall midget, 5'9". He said, were you taller than everybody in your 5th grade class? No, she was always short.
I was always short. I never really grew much.
Her children are taller than her. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm 5'1", so I blend too.
I'm 4'9", 5'2", 5'3" with heels.
I'm 5'1",
so I fit right
blend in, right?
Kids.
I was never the tallest one. I was always the shortest one, and no, my kids are not taller than me yet. It's coming.
Now, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, here's my first question for you, Jenny. Like, what are your views on preteen and teen dating? Like, what is your thoughts about it? Like, what's your thought process on that?
See, because we're living in such a different time frame, a different age, new age, and everything is more so, it's developed. Everything in every aspect has developed to a certain extent. For dating preteen, I feel as though the conversation has to be had.
Okay.
Because it's better to come from you first.
Okay.
Than to come from other outlets. Right?
Like what? Other family members?
Not even family members, friends, teacher, like people outside of what your mindset isn't,
Okay.
That could misconstrue with what you have or what you believe in, right?
Right.
Now, for preteen dating, for my son, because I know he's gonna get there.
Yeah.
I would only hope that he waits, because he gets distracted. I feel as though it's a distraction. I feel as though when you get involved with little girls, and now you have to worry about bringing $3 to school, $1.50 for her, $1.50 for you, and things like that.
So she can get the chicken wings and so.
Right? So I feel as though it could be a distraction a lot of the time. So I feel as though I would hope that it can wait. However, because people are so fast and quick to want to jump on certain things, you understand what I'm saying? If it happens, which I don't want it to happen, but if it does,
which it will,
I would rather it be transparent to me.
Okay, that he would be
like,
open
yo,
enough
mom,
to tell you.
I like a girl. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. You saying the story that you said earlier, it was baffling, yes. But Bryant had somebody who liked him at his old school.
Okay.
And I was like, tell her you don't like her back. Like, tell her you don't like her back. What
my
you
mama
about?
Said.
My mama said, like, tell her you don't like. But thankfully he didn't like her back, on his own merit, not my own. But at the same time, I don't want him to grow up so quickly, and I feel like that is a process of growing up quickly, because they want to see what they have at home. They want to see the women and men together. They're loving, they're showing their affection. So they're gonna want to
do the same out there.
Exactly. They want to project that within them, their own selves, and want to be that in that relationship type of situation,
Right. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. And I feel like when it comes to like the preteen dating, it's something that's like, it's a hit or miss. It's not even something that you can say for sure, like, okay, well, I'm going to tell you not to do it, and you just going to listen to me and not do it.
Right.
If you do that, boo-boo, it is not going to happen.
Right.
It is not going to happen. You will never, ever be able to stop that child from actually dating or not dating or trying to do something if they say they're going to do it, honey, that's exactly what they're going to do. And the more
you behind your back, in front of your
face.
I
believe that the more that you push them to not do it, the more you tell them don't do it, that's the more they're actually going to do it. Because now it's kind of like, okay, what you trying to hide from me?
Exactly.
It's kind of like,
and hiding and doing things in secret is like more of an adrenaline. Like, oh my gosh,
yeah, she don't want me to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, yeah. So I really do believe that parent views on teens right now, whatever you used to know about your own thought process, you could throw it out the window.
Like, upgrade your thoughts.
Upgrade your thoughts.
Level up on your thoughts.
These kids are not playing. They are the enemy is out there to kill, steal, and destroy. And what they are exposing our children to is just, it's on another level.
It's on a
whole other level. So if you do not have some type of structure,
foundation,
You understand? To place the children in. So it's kind of like, you know, getting them started in church. Like we started in church. So it's kind of like so that type of structure that you don't lose. You don't lose that. So even though you would go astray, what you learn, you would stay with it. You'll retain it. So even though they would try to do something better, be like, man, you know what? If I do this, my mama gonna have my head.
Right.
My mom gonna murk. You know, so hopefully the structure and the discipline that you give them work, but you do have to have something there. Like you can't just, you know, be lackadaisy about it and be like, well, okay, you want to date, you date. You want to have a girlfriend, you have a girlfriend. Yeah. Like you really
I'm not
have
my children's
to have
friends, so I don't have that mindset. Yeah, I'm my really, children's parents.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Your parents first and then everything else later.
Later, exactly.
But you do definitely, I agree, would have to have some type of structure to say, okay, well, this is what dating is. Right. You know, like this is what happens when someone dates. So especially like I have my 5-year-old son. Now it's like everybody got a boyfriend, everybody got a girlfriend. That's his further. Ew, you got a boyfriend. Ew, you got a girlfriend. Mommy, Daryl has a girlfriend. You know, so for him to already have that concept in his mind, what a boyfriend or a girlfriend should be, quote unquote, it's like, what is a boyfriend? What is a girlfriend? Like I ask him, like, what's a boyfriend? What's a girlfriend? Yeah. You know, oh, that's the friend that he got that he kissed. Damn. How you know? You see what I'm saying?
All of what you watching. Mickey and Minnie being boyfriend and girlfriend.
They holding hands and all them little Disney movies and stuff.
Hi, guys.
You know? So it's like they learned all that stuff already. So if you do not address it, and for you not to say, for you to sit them down and say, okay, although you're watching this, although you're doing this, although you're getting this curiosity, you're getting this urge, you know, you're a preteen, you're a teenager,
now
and
you
that
feeling
little urge,
that scratch that you can't reach.
Little scratch and you seeing the girl and she's kind of looking cute, and you're like, man, you know, wait a minute, you know, I wonder, that curiosity starts to come in. You got to sit them down and you have to say, listen, this is my view on this.
Yeah.
This is what I believe, you know, is how we should run this family and how we're going to run you being curious. Yeah. And then just let them know straight, like, hey, like I did with my son. I sat him down. I said, listen.
Which one? Eldest one?
Well, I never really had a problem with Raheem dating because Raheem never really had a girlfriend.
He was just chilling. He
was just like, I'm about my books. I'm about my education.
I want to leave when I get out.
I want to go as far away for college and get a full ride. Right. That's my concentration. Like, he tried to date. My oldest son, I have a 19-year-old son, and he tried to date. He tried to get a girlfriend twice. It didn't work out. They didn't like him, so he was like, to heck with this. And he left the whole dating thing alone.
Situation alone.
But my 13-year-old son that I have now, that's a whole different son. You know, like that's a whole different son. Guys, as you come in, please share. I would appreciate that so much. Please share, like, and invite this page. And so that's a whole different son. So for him, I sat him down because when I heard, Mommy, I got a girlfriend, I said, you have a girlfriend? Sit down. Like, what's her name? Where she came from?
Who her mama?
You know? Like why you like her? What makes you think that, you know, you and her are boyfriend and girlfriend? What confirmed it? You know, like I asked him those questions, and I said to him, I said, you know, you could get little girls pregnant.
I saw this clip on Facebook where it was she was still in elementary school and she was all full-blown pregnant, yo.
Yeah. We'll get to that part. We're gonna get to that part. But I sat him down and I asked him those questions. And I said to him, you know, why do you like this girl? And then, you know, like, and as you speak to them, you can kind of hear either the innocence in the whole process,
or the hiding,
or if it's something that can go a little like fast, real fast, you could pick up on it. Like with him, I asked him, okay, you know, like, how long y'all been knowing each other? Oh, we've only been girlfriend and boyfriend for 2 weeks, but she's leaving in October. The heck? Oh, what you mean she's leaving in October?
So she's only a temporary girlfriend.
Yeah, so that's exactly what he said. Oh, she's only a temporary girlfriend. Ooh. I said, I said, so why be her girlfriend?
Her boyfriend. Like,
why be her boyfriend? Like why? Oh, I don't know. She said she liked me, so I liked her. So we just be a boyfriend and girlfriend until she leaves.
Works.
So at that point, I was like, I'm swing. You know, I was like, okay, y'all just playing right now, but do tell me about the next one, you know.
Hello.
And that's how you sit down and you dissect it. You want to know the details.
Yeah.
You want to know why are you know, especially at 13, they're just getting their
toes wet into the game.
You know, they getting them little urges are starting, and their body's already talking, so they are feeling some things. So they're curious. So you want to ask the right questions and let them know what you expecting out of them. So although you understand, but this is what the rules are. This is what the regulations are for this house.
Yeah.
As for me in my house, you gonna follow these
rules.
You gonna follow these rules, right? Okay, so that's your views on pre-dating. So I guess overall we both saying that it's understandable. We know it's the inevitable, like it will happen. But we just have to have a good foundation on how we bring and communicate.
Right, I agree.
Okay, yes. All right, so number 2. Is there an age where you should accept it? Like to be...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're 21. No, to be reasonable. I'm going to be reasonable with these answers.
And to be real, because we
I'm gonna be 100
teenagers.
Right, I'm going to be 100. I would say when I would be okay to accept the fact that my son would have a girlfriend. I would say around the age of like 15, 16. You're in high school. You're accoladed with your schooling in high school, because you know going into high school is a whole new world. It's a whole new atmosphere. You have to get adjusted, and from there, as soon as you can get adjusted, you know, around that 15, 16-year-old.
So that's mark, like I can 10th get grade, 11th grade.
Yeah, something like that. You know, anything younger, I feel is just a distraction.
It is. It is. And I agree with you. Because middle school, definitely not.
It's like...
That's definitely
First of all,
not.
middle school, let me tell you why not middle school. Because middle school, when a child gets into middle school, girls and boys, the same, that's when you're learning about the new growth in your body.
Things are happening.
Things are happening. You don't know what's happening. Things, you start to feel certain things in certain ways. When you're learning about your...
You're like, ooh, wait
that felt interesting.
What was that?
Hold on. Hold on. You know, hold on.
Wait.
That rub. Hold on.
What
Wait
is
a minute.
that?
So, you know, you're getting acclimated with the changes of your body. You're starting to embrace those changes. You're starting to learn those changes. So if you add a certain element of a boyfriend or a girlfriend around that age, you're going to want to just experiment more with what you're just starting to learn. You don't know the extent of what your development goes as of yet. So as far as middle school, like, you just, excuse my language, you just starting to...
You're still wet around them.
You still wet behind the ears. You don't know. You don't know anything really. You're just starting to do some things in the bathroom that your parent ain't supposed to be finding out. You don't know.
You do not. Because I mean, this is where I'm gonna go a little deeper, guys. I'm gonna go a little deeper because I went to I travel a little bit, right? So I got to see a lot of different cultures, and what I realized is. It was kind of upsetting for me, I guess, because of my own culture. But in other nationalities, in other culture, in other countries, there is kind of sort of no age limit.
Yeah.
You understand?
People getting married at 11 as long as it's consensual.
Like,
even here. Because I know somebody. She was 16. The guy was 20 or 21. And they were bumping groins, right?
Okay.
And
that's crazy.
And she got pregnant. And they ended up getting married consensually. Because the parents signed off on it so that they could get married.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Different cultures have different point of views. That's why I said that some things that I might find to be a little like out the box. But because I guess I've seen some things, like I can, you know, be a little more open to how it's done. But the children here in the U.S., you know, children here, let's talk about children here in the U.S. And the culture here is a little different from what's out there. Out there, it's as long as you could take care of my daughter, you will take her, you will nourish her, you can provide for her, you can take her at 16, you can take her at 17, 12, you can take her, right, in some really third world countries, you can take her at 12, which I think is crazy, because at that time, the child's body is not even ready fully for developed. Anything. So that's a whole different story. But needless to say, you know, while they're here in the U.S. and they're in the school system and they are under parental guidance, I really, really believe that the age limit, well, the age that would be appropriate, I believe it would be about 17. I think 17. Yeah, I think 17.
Like, we have to be realistic, though. They're not going to wait till they 17.
They're not going to.
They're not even going to wait till they 12.
They're not going to wait. They're not going to wait. But an age that would be acceptable. Like, parents should say, you know what, this is the age that I want you to start.
Yeah, you have your preference, and then they have their own agenda.
They have their own agenda, right? That's what we say. You know, kind of like what you say, what I say, what God say.
Right.
You know? So for them, but of course, that's not the reality. The reality is, as soon as them little urges
starts to tingle,
starts to happen, they're like, to heck with that, especially if they're friends, peer pressure.
Friends are dating.
If their friends are dating. Yeah. So it's like,
or if they have older people around them, like for instance,
if a cousin or something
that they're
close with,
and now all of a sudden they have that environment of girlfriend talking and things like that, then they're gonna be like, you know what, let me dip my big toe in the girlfriend world or the boyfriend world.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe peer pressure has a major part in this, because I remember being in school, and when my friends had a boyfriend, I was like, well,
I ain't gonna lie, I got a story time for y'all.
You know, like, I want a little boyfriend too. Like, when they're in the corner and they kissy face, I'm like,
I want to kiss.
I want a kissy too. Like, I'm gonna tell you,
but I gotta be real. Let me give y'all a backstory about me.
Okay.
This is karma. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. This is karma. I hope karma stops
with you,
with Brian, with my son. Like, I hope karma stops, because I know how I was. I was like, okay, in elementary, I had my first boyfriend. Oh my God, you know, oh, he's so cute, she's so cute, right? I had my first boyfriend, and it's different from her because she's older than me, you know, so my sister didn't, you know, experience all the things when she was growing up, especially growing up in a different type of environment that I did. So for me, when I got into for me, when I got into elementary school and everything like that, like 3rd grade, I had my first, 2nd grade, I had my first boyfriend. And then when that happened, developing into that whole idea of having a boyfriend, you do the kissing. So I was kissing in elementary. I didn't even know what it was. Like, there's like, okay, kiss, okay, mwah. Like that's what kissing was. You know, I hope my mom's not watching. So I was kissing in elementary, and I actually had a situation that happened to me in elementary school, you guys, in elementary school, where my boyfriend at the time showed me his wee-wee, right? And he said, look. And I looked, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I looked, and he's like, you could touch it if you want. And I'm like, ew, no! So that's why I said it's karma. It's karma, because it's coming right back around to me with my children, and I'm trying to like prevent it from happening, but it happened, you know. And I'm like,
Because kids are curious.
Kids are curious.
Let me tell you something.
And I'm pretty sure his household was like,
as soon as you a child see a mom and a daddy together,
interacting,
and then they kiss.
Engaging.
What's the first thing they go? They go, ew.
But then they're gonna want to try it.
They look. It's that ew is not really a ew.
It's
that
like
ew.
It's
like, what is that? What y'all do?
See that? You know,
like,
so
like, oh, that's what you're doing with that tongue. You
yeah,
know?
exactly.
Like,
and even with my daughter, because I have a daughter too.
Of course.
And if I have any affection with anybody, she's like,
and
that's
young.
giggles of curiosity.
Yeah. It is. So it's like no matter where you hide it, the child is going to be exposed to it.
A little bit gross.
Through you, through the school, through social media, through the movies, through the shows they watching.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And mind you, we had PBS. Like Bill Nye the Science Guy was not showing us how to kiss, okay? Arthur was not showing us how to Ghost Riders.
That was from our parents, from things that we saw.
No, even with that, because I was growing up in a time where my mom was single.
Mom was single, yeah.
Or if she did have somebody, it was at a parent, because my mom was very filtered with us.
Right.
So it's not that I saw her and I'm like, ooh, let me try.
Yeah,
it actually, the influence came from, and only came from, what I was getting in school.
Wow. Not even television?
Ghost Riders didn't have boyfriend and girlfriend, yo. Bill Nye, Reading Rainbow, Magic School Bus, y'all. Nothing. They weren't talking about you.
But nowadays, it's not even like, we have phones.
Yeah, internet.
And internet.
If you had to wait for the AOL to load,
internet,
I think we're good. I'm good enough. Enjoy.
With the internet, we have access to pornography.
Nowadays,
and our children don't even need to learn how to type. This is the part. They don't even need to know how to type. They don't even need to know how to spell. The only thing they have to do
is know how to press
button.
Yeah, just pressing buttons
and say the word sex. Can you imagine like your child, mispronounce something? Right? They would hit the little Google button
and
mispronounce something that sound like sex, that sound like porn, that sound like something explicit, and then
like onion booty. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. That ain't my bad.
And then it popped up. It pops up like something explicit pops up, and now you have this 5-year-old
watching
onion booty, 6-year-old, this 8-year-old that their mind was not even developed yet. Right. Now they're exposed.
Yeah.
To Hi, Chris. They're exposed to that kind of material.
Yeah.
So it's so many ways that our children can be exposed. So that's why I really believe that it's not even so much as do or don't do at this time.
Yeah.
It's really, this is what it is. This is what I don't want you to do in the event that you would cross this path.
Right.
I think that's what it really comes down to when it comes to teenage dating nowadays versus what we used to do.
Yeah.
We used to do back in the day.
Like I said, if you had to go to AOL and wait for the loading, the download, and then God forbid if somebody answers the phone, you stuck. Nobody wanted to go through that just to go watch some onion booty. But now we got everything going, popping, Wi-Fi.
And it's right there in your hand. Like, it's right there in your hand.
And it's not even far. Once you open up a page, it has models. It has, female models, male models, girls in bikinis, men in trunks.
For an example, I was watching a Rihanna video. And I guess one of the videos,
her nipple was out.
Right. And
oh, sorry.
That was a bad reaction. I was trying to filter it.
Oh, my bad.
Janet.
My bad.
But yeah, so she was exposed. And I'm going through my son's history.
And he was watching that bad boy like 300-400 times.
My son's history was Rihanna.
Just Sarah Sharon, just no more.
Rihanna.
You're right, they not just Sarah Sandwich.
Ain't no sandwich Sharon.
Nah, it's transfer of spits now.
So I was like, what the?
What you know about
Your
Rihanna?
homie. Your homie, come here. Like, I see you watch this quite a lot. Like, what's up with this? Oh, you were just watching it. Listen, I don't want you to
Watch this video no more.
Not this video.
Not her and Drake.
Not this one. Not this particular one with this top. You know? So it happens, guys. It happens. And I really do think we just have to lay a structure down. Yeah. Okay. So next question is this. What are some questions you should ask your child when you find out that they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
Who is she? Who her mama? Give me her mama name. Give me her mama telephone number. I gotta Google this lady. I gotta make sure she come from good places. I gotta make sure she ain't got no charges, because if she got some charges, it might be genetic. It might be hereditary. You never know. She might have passed on the crazy to her daughter. Listen, oh, she good? You good? Y'all good?
Guys,
okay,
where does
she live? What area? How did you meet her? Y'all got the same classes? What are her grades? Is she carrying A's and B's? Is she a D's and F's type of person? She's getting D's and passing F's? Like, you gotta ask these questions. Is she well known? Is she popular? Because, you know, sometimes you popular for the wrong reasons. So you gotta ask these questions. I mean, like, bruh, it's serious. Like, okay, after that, right? After we get that and I Google her mama and I make sure that they're good, right? My son knows he can ask me anything. Hello, I'm very open. Yeah, it is to be very open, but you have to be very cautious. Cautious? You have to be very cautious as well. You know, even though it's great to be open with your children. Yeah, it's great to be open because you rather them talk to you than talk to somebody else.
You want that, yes. I agree.
But like I said in the beginning of the thing, I'm going to be a parent.
Yeah.
I can't have you jumping on everybody that has a skirt walking down the street, my dude.
But see, keep in mind, I think, you know, for boys, because you have a boy and you have a girl, and I have boys. I have both, and I have boys and girls. But I think that there is just so much that they're going to tell you.
Yeah, I didn't tell my mama everything.
They're not going
I didn't tell my mama nothing.
The nitty gritty, Chris. Like, I know you said that you guys talk about everything, and it's good. It's good that you talk about
everything of his comfort.
Yeah, because there's some things that he just might have that one thing
that he's like, nah, I'm gonna hold this one in my back pocket.
Yeah,
real
that
quick.
he's like, you know what? I don't know if Daddy gonna be, you know, cool with this one right here.
That I'm shooting up the club. I don't think he's cool with that.
right?
Hey,
so
boss.
I really think that it's, you know, there are just certain questions that you have to specifically ask. Like, you gotta go in the nitty gritty.
Yeah, well,
he asked me about masturbation the other day,
and that's fine. And you
that's
know what?
Cool.
I have a friend who actually exposed to me that somebody asked him, a child asked him about masturbation. I completely agree. I'd rather it come from you, because then if it's come from somebody else, he's gonna be doing it wrong, doing it in wrong places, doing it with wrong people.
Right.
You know. So as
soon as I start seeing the little draws, and you could start seeing the little stain.
I wet my pants while I was sleeping.
I said, sit down.
Let's talk.
We have to have a conversation.
Listen, let me tell you something.
You know,
let me explain how this works. Okay.
Over here.
Let me go get y'all daddy. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, I'm a single mom. You know, I'm a single mom, and although my 13-year-old, his father is active in his life, and I did ask him to have that conversation. I believe they did, but at the end of the day, I think as a mother and as a woman as well, I had to sit down with him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You can't teach hormones, but you can guide. What you can do while you're hormonal.
Right. Daryl says you can't teach hormones. Yeah, you can't. Exactly.
So
exactly, Daryl.
What was your question?
I told him a story, but it was real.
Keep it real. Those are the questions I think
that you should ask.
I would ask, and then, you know, because I've seen high school sweethearts.
I would ask some really deep ones. I would ask when you're around her.
Is she Christian?
Not even that, because then you know they're not there. They're not there. You know, you might, even if she is from a Christian background, which is great. when my son comes to me and tell me, "Mommy, I have a boyfriend," or I have a girlfriend, or my girls will come and say, "Mommy, I have a boyfriend," I would never. First of all, I would not accept it. You understand what I'm saying? I would never be like, "Oh my God, congratulations! That is so sweet. Oh, can I meet her?" No, my face will turn like, although I know I have no control, like to the upkeep, yeah. But I know that I have to put this. Listen, I don't play that. Don't play with me. You better knock that boyfriend stuff, girlfriend stuff out your mouth like right now. I'm sending you to school. I'm not sending you to make no boyfriend, no girlfriend. You better tighten up. Them grades better not come to little boy, don't play with me.
Why you asking me for $3? Like, you used to ask me for $1.50.
You want to have a girl. Now I got to give you $10 for the week now? Why? It used to be $5. You used to be good with $5. But now I got to give you $10.
You got to buy her some ice cream,
like,
huh?
Really? Really? So now I got to take care of you and your little girlfriend that you call girlfriend? Nah, she broke. You don't want her.
She don't get allowances.
So I don't never really accept it. You understand? But although I know that it would happen, I do not accept it. I'm not receiving it, and I'm not playing along with the role. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I'm not playing with it. I'm not entertaining it. Mm-hmm. Don't be telling me you're gonna have your girlfriend come to my house. You better bring me a wife. You better bring me a fiance when you're ready.
Wouldn't that create a barrier?
No, it's not that it would create a barrier, Darlila. It's simply for me. It's kind of like, okay, you're Haitian, so you'll understand. If you are from a Haitian background, right? You'll understand this really. You'll understand this really well, or even any culture like third world culture. Whenever your parents give you fear, it's not so much the fear that stops you, but the fear gives you a hesitation, or it puts some type of barrier or control for you not to go too far. Does that make sense? It's kind of like when I started dating, I knew that just certain things I couldn't do. Like, I could not have sex, because I knew
my mama said
she gonna get pregnant.
No, my mama said she's gonna know, and then she's gonna take us to the doctor.
We gonna get checked.
Yo.
So there was just certain, so that kind of fear is not really a fear to make them be hesitant to not do, because they're gonna do it. Darlila, they're going to do it. You know it, I know it, we all know it. We all know it. They're going to do it. What we have to do as parents, I believe that we have to put some type of restriction to how far it goes, to how deep it goes. And I think when we are too acceptable.
You use the belt. There you go.
Yeah, like my mom used to tell me, I'm going to connect your head with every wall in the house.
Yeah.
And she did. So it's kind of like that. Like, we just have to put that barrier. That way they know, okay, well, this is where I can't cross. All right, my mom know I have a little, boyfriend, girlfriend. All right, but I know, man, listen, if we hold hands, that's all we're going to do. We're just going to be holding hands.
My mom told me my privates was hers. She would know when I did anything. I was scared to death. Yes.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a story, and please don't laugh at me, right?
We're going to laugh.
When I started my menstrual, my mom sat me down. And my mom said to me, if a boy touch your thigh,
you gonna get pregnant.
You gonna get pregnant.
Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all my mama. Mind you, we have the same mama. This story
it evolves. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me and we have the same. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know, hold on. For anybody who doesn't know, yes, she's my sister. So we have the same mama, different stories. Exactly.
I'm telling you.
So my mama told me when I started my menstrual that if I kiss somebody and y'all kiss too long, I was gonna get pregnant.
It evolved.
But the thing is, I know I was already kissing.
So you knew.
So I knew she was lying. I knew that he had to be lying because I ain't get pregnant all this time for kissing people. So I was like, okay. So then she saw that, you know, I was different from the rest. Like, she used to get the beatings for everybody, all the girls. She was the first girl. So she got beat for every girl in the doggone family, right?
That's why I'm the good one.
Why is the barrier violence? I never understood how you can claim to love someone, yet you being physically harmed. You heard the saying, this is going to hurt you more than it hurt me? There you go.
And not only that, Nick, you know, the Bible also says that spoil the child, spoil the rod.
Don't spoil the rod.
Right. You get it. You get it. So we cannot spare the child. Right. We cannot spare the child.
I'm like spoiled. No, it's not spoiled.
Yes. We cannot spare the child because we do have to let them know that we love them. And sometimes the way that you teach a person that you love him is by the guidance that you give them. And if that has to come with the rod, then it's just so.
Gonna come with the rod. No. So yeah, so when she saw me developing a little bit more, she see that kissing ain't working. She said, Jenny, in Creole, Jenny, let me tell you something. I see what you're doing. I said, what you mean?
She saw it in your body.
She said, let me tell you something. If you let somebody touch your coco,
so she went there.
If you let somebody touch your coco, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna take you to the doctor. They're gonna tell me. And if they tell me you're having sex, I'm gonna send you to Haiti. That scared me worse. You guys, no, you're gonna have sex. I'm not gonna have sex. I promise. I'm not gonna have sex.
That Haiti is the secret ingredient.
Please, the Bible also says you can sell your daughter into slavery.
You sure can, if you want to, but you're not, because you love her. All right. All right, Nick. It's all love here. It's all love. But definitely, like, I really, really believe that there's really nothing you can say. Like, there's no real question you can ask or stories you can tell them that will make them not do it. Like, it really doesn't matter what you say or what you, it's just the guidance.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to that, the guidance. All right, next question. Okay. Do you give or not give your child a condom?
Ooh.
If you would to feel
that
or
they're
think
sexually active
or know that they are
sexually active
in the process
about to
of
get sexually,
or do you take your daughters to go get pills and birth control regimens if you knew that they were going to be active? Or you could tell they getting that.
Like, I know some parents once little boy's balls drop or once the girl starts her menstrual, and this is the same parent, 2 children, she took them straight to the clinic, like, get her on pills, regulate her cycle, you know, but keep her safe. Now it's an option of pregnancy, even though some people are ignorant to the fact that you could get pregnant prior to having your menstrual. But that was her indicator to take them. And she got condoms for her son. Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to be safe doing it.
Right.
You know, if you're going to do it, you're not going to catch no STDs out in these streets.
Yeah. Chris says, if they are active, yes. And Sheila says, I have a daughter. I say yes to birth control. I'm not too young to be
I'm too young to be a grandma. My medical knowledge says no, but my spiritual knowledge says no. Yes. Okay. So for me, I would say, if I know the curiosity is gonna kill them. Curiosity kills the cat, of course. So it's gonna kill them. It's itching. This is a hard one, yo. Well, because it's like I'm encouraging them to do it.
Let me share mine, because I've had the experience, and this is what I did, right? Because basically for me, I raised, in my first marriage, I raised a stepdaughter and 2 stepsons. And in my second marriage, I raised a stepson. Right? So with my first marriage, I had a stepdaughter that came to live with me. She was older. She was 14, I believe at that time, 13, 14. And she was already engaging. She was already active. So when I found that out, the father and I both decided to put her on a regimen because she was already active.
Yeah.
Right? With my son, when I found out that he was active, he was about 15.
Which is in the first marriage?
My stepson, yeah. In my first and in my second marriage. I believe they were about the same age. They were about 15. Okay. 15, 16. And I think one of them was 15. So what I did was I went to my doctor. When I went to my own OB, I said, give me some condoms. And they were like, you're pregnant, Nancy. Yes, I know. Give me some condoms. You know, and I just took a whole bunch, and I spoke with his dad about it, and he didn't want to give it to him
because if he felt like it was encouraging,
he felt like it was encouraging him. But I knew that he was already active.
Yeah, we knew that.
So if I knew that he was already active, I think that's
you're already active. Yeah, take you to the clinic. You're gonna be safe out in these streets.
Yeah,
yes,
because I agree. If I know that you're innocent still, you're still at that innocent age. You're not doing anything. I will talk to you about it. I will lead you. I'll be like, hey, listen, you know, please don't go there. This is what can happen, and I will whip out a whole book of all the STDs. Like look.
It's nasty, right? It's gonna fall off.
It's gonna
fall off.
Look at this cat.
It's gonna come off.
Look at his penis. Like,
do you see all the bumps? Do you see? You
see her mouth? Itchy. So you think her mouth is clean?
She don't Listerine. No, but how do you encourage sexual purity? That's what we're saying. You know, in the beginning, it's building that foundation.
Exactly.
That foundation is okay. We want you to be where you need to be.
Yes.
We want you to, you know, keep your purity. We want you. That's our hopes.
Yeah.
That's what we pray for at night.
Is that you would restrain and you would sustain and you would wait.
If I have to buy jewelry, you know how they have the purity ring. if I could find somebody that still make chastity belts, maybe I would definitely I would lock it and then, you know, take it. Oh, you need to take it out. Click, click, click. Go ahead. Come back. Come on. Click, 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 click. You know, I would do that if I was able to do it.
We probably can find some.
We gotta do
research.
Like, come here. Come here.
Mommy, I gotta pee on yourself.
I know that. Put an adult diaper on. Like, put an adult diaper. You not go. What? But I gotta go to school. You better have that diaper on.
What if I gotta poop, Ma?
That'll last you all day.
That'll last you all day. Poopy booty.
But yeah, so to hold on to that purity is our what we're trying to do, what we want to do.
Yeah.
But granted, if that's not an option because they're already being exposed to it, or if they already like tingling about trying to get involved in these certain manners, yes, we have to. I would say, and I'm glad you said, because I'm torn because of the fact that, you know, giving.
I mean, because now I have daughters, so my whole
perspective,
my whole thought about
God gave you daughters for that.
I'm like, oh my God, I got daughters now. Like, geez, like, what would I do? Because the boys is like, I don't know, you got boys. It's like, it's kind of easy, you know. Like, you know, you'll be like, Lord, please, Jesus Christ, please forgive him. Lord, cover him. You know,
but
now
you got daughters.
Like, you got daughters, you like,
yo, tweep. Yo, I'm there.
No.
You don't even know how to wash your boo-boo good, and you haven't now. Listen. But yes, I would say, like I said, I was torn as far as, because I don't want to promote it. Like, here, have fun. But at the same time, I think I would end up taking them because of the fact that I rather them safe than sorry.
Or even cast, because nowadays these young girls and young boys,
they got you itching too.
They are hopping around unsafely.
They got you like this, walking around like this.
They are transmitting. They're transmitting diseases as well.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's the HIV as well. Yeah. And it's the AIDS.
And it's HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia,
you know, all of it. Herpes, all of it.
Herpes 1 and 2. You're gonna have a bump around your mouth. Like,
Like, yeah, so I really, really believe that if you know that they're already active, I think just for safety reasons that you should share,
get them
give them some help.
Their due diligence.
Yeah, I believe so. That's only if they are active. But if they're not active, do not start it. Don't give them. Do not give them the go ahead, because that's what it would be. That's what it would be. For some that are not active, is the go ahead. Is the here, go try it, homie. You know?
Yeah.
No. But if you know that they're active, you know they're already, you know, they already tasted, they already been out there, and they already, you know, and you know once you did it once.
No, you know what it starts? Once you find out they doing stuff in the bathroom that adults not supposed to be walking into, that's when you know, like, okay, bruh, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me process this first. But we gonna figure this out together. Like, we gonna figure this out. Where's the man in the house? Wait a minute.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I believe so. Okay. Now this is the next one. If you do find out that they have become sexually active,
you're making me itch.
What should a parent do in terms of what kind of conversation? Because there's a different conversation between mommy, I got a boyfriend, I got a girlfriend, and mommy, I'm having sex. Like, I'm doing the dude.
We're talking about kids now. We ain't talking about grown folks. Next week we might be talking about grown folks sexing, but this week we ain't talking about that.
That thing. Let me tell you something. Again,
I think we're gonna redecorate my house with STD pictures, bruh. Frame them.
I pull that book like out, like, listen,
chlamydia,
look,
gonorrhea.
You like to kiss?
Syphilis.
You want to kiss? Let me show you something.
It's gonna fall off.
You know.
No.
But
so
yeah.
What conversation would I have after I find out?
After you find out that they are active, that they are having sex, what do you say to them?
Okay.
So you looking at text message and you see that was good. I enjoyed it.
He's sending pictures.
He's sending pictures, and you see the pictures that's going back and forth, and that was so good. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Please don't tell nobody.
You're making my hair itch, yeah, I swear. No, the conversation I would have with my child, first and foremost, you know, I'm going to talk about what safety precautions they're taking, you know. First, I'm going to bon prier. First, I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh, my God.
First, I'm going to go ahead...
You're going to breathe.
And breathe. I'm going to probably cry for like 2 seconds. Like, you know, I'm an emotional creature. I got to cry a little bit. I'm going to be like,
oh,
and then I'm like, all right, come back, I'm ready. Right? Then when I get myself suited up, I got to think like, okay, bet. All right, so you having sex. That's what you want to do.
No, Mom, I'm not.
Well, you already know. You telling me it, right?
No, but let's say, you know, because they might, you know, try to say no, they not.
No, of course I'm going to have that, okay, this is what you do. If you're having sex or not, which I know you are. You have to keep yourself safe. I'm going to talk to them about soul ties.
Darlene said it. Re-educate them about hair.
I will re-educate. No, you know, I'm gonna educate them about soul ties. I'm gonna educate them about when you have sex and how many people you're really having sex with once you have sex with one person. If that one person had sex with one person, you just had sex with 2 people at once. Like, you know, get them into that mindset.
The next level. You could be having sex. You can have an understanding about what you're doing.
So I'm gonna break down the understanding so they understand that, and to break down the intimacy of what sex is all about. You know, the level of what sex is about. It's not just sticking your wee-wee into somebody's stuff. I'm trying to be so your pee hole,
your parts into other parts.
Okay, we're gonna use that. So it's not just about that. It comes with, you know, the risk of possibility of getting pregnant, and it comes with the risk of possibility of catching sexual STD. So, you know, I'm going to give them their risk factor, the cons and the cons, not even the pros and the cons and the cons. And, you know, I'm going to be transparent. That's the time. That's the time where I am going to be, now you grown enough to do it. Now I'm going to have this grown up talk with you.
Right.
That's when I'm going to be like, yo, this is what this is. Like, you might think it's all good and you ejaculating and now you happy and if you feeling good floating. But, dude, this is what comes with you floating.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. I agree. I think that for me, once I would find out as well, once I know for sure because I've experienced it. Like once I found out that my stepchildren were active, I did sit down and said, "Hey, look, listen, you're a young lady. First of all, this person that you're with, that's not the first person you're going to be with or the last one. I mean, it's the first one, but it might not be the last one. So keep in mind that this is your first. And if you do not control yourself, you will have plethora more. So you have to understand
control
that urge will bring you to be sexually attracted to other people, and other people will be sexually attracted to you because now you're carrying this aroma. You have this
you a heat. You know when you're in, everybody can smell you.
This energy that you carry now, you know, people can see it.
Yeah.
And then now they're going to be able to approach you
in a certain manner.
And you're going to be dressed differently. You're going to be walking differently. You're going to be talking differently. Your hips are going to get a little wider and your twerk's going to be a little, because now you're going to be, you're going to feel like a woman. You're going to be looking like a woman once you become active. So I would break down that kind of stuff to them as well, apart from what you said. You know, apart from what you said, I'm going to break all that down. But then also, I'm going to, you know, for the men, I'm going to let them know, hey,
your swag is on point.
You're not only that, now I could see, like my son, like I don't even have to tell him to shower no more.
Oh,
I don't have to tell him to brush his teeth no more.
He brushing.
Now, you know that Gucci cologne I got of that little boy.
It's almost done.
He every morning, you know? So I can tell he stepped up his game because he felt like, you know what, I'm feeling good about it. I have somebody to attract.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's almost like the education also have to go beyond just the STDs and the this and the that.
Yeah.
Now you really have to get in the nitty gritty of what you
like
said.
A grown person.
Like you grown now.
Like now, okay.
You grown. We not gonna say A, B, C. No. Now sit down. You experience the height. Yeah, you experience the height of, you know, what a person can experience to the upteenth, which is a sexual contact.
Yeah.
Once you can experience that as a person, once you experience that, you have reached another level of spirituality.
Yeah.
You have tapped into another level of connection. And if you could do that, boo-boo, me and you have to have a serious conversation. And so, yes, I do really believe that you have to discuss
like grown people.
You have to discuss with them the do's, the don'ts, the must nots, the pregnancies, the STDs, the emotional contact. Then of course, if you are a Christian, okay, if you are a Christian, now you have to sit with them and say, listen, I know you're young, and I know curiosity led you to do this. But this is not of God. Now you have to go to them with the things of God. You have to say to them, hey, you know that this is not okay with God. You know being promiscuous.
Some adults don't know that.
Well, honey.
I'm sorry, that was a thought.
You know, like being promiscuous and being sexually active is not okay with God. This is a sort of a sin. This is a sin. You don't want to live this kind of a sinful life. This is where it could take you.
Yeah.
Spiritually.
So tired.
Because you have all this, now you're going to have guilt. You're going to have shame. The way that you used to pray, your innocent prayers, now going to kind of be a little hindered because now you feel like you're doing something wrong in front of God. So now you have to teach them about grace. And you have to teach them about mercy. You got to teach them that, okay, there's nothing that you can do that will set you apart from God, like in terms of your walk with God.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you ask for forgiveness. Like, you really have to teach them now on another level, because they have tapped into something spiritual. Once you have sex, whether you grown or you are a 13-year-old kid, the minute you have sex, you are on another level. And you have to understand that that connection that you have with that person is a spiritual connection.
Yeah.
And that you cannot be sleeping with just any person that you see that look cute. That little girl in your classroom that looks so cute, she might have some demons in her at that age. That young, you know? And you don't want that kind of soul tie. So that's why you have to be careful who you are allowing to come into your life and who you are allowing your little flesh to be happy about.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be that. All right, so last question. We have one final question, and then we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. Now, pregnancies. What should a parent do
when she find out her baby's pregnant,
when
or expecting a baby?
Expecting? So now the worst scenario a parent can hear is, Mommy,
I got her pregnant.
Daddy, I'm pregnant.
Or I got her pregnant.
Or I got her pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
And you didn't even know your child was having sex. But you would hear that, right? Like, that would be like, that's the worst news any teenage parent, I don't care if you were a millionaire, if you was a trillionaire,
right,
and you were able to take care of 20,000 grandkids. Any parent that heard their child is pregnant, premarital, especially as a teenager, is heartbroken. Period. I've been there. So it's hurtful to my mama. It was hurtful to my mama. So I know how hurtful it is. So what are your thoughts on that?
Hold on. Oh yes, because I started talking to my son because right now he's a teen. I got to tell him the right and the wrong, because if you don't speak to your kids, someone else will,
of course.
Speak to them. Don't be scared to tell them the whole truth. She said, Dolly said, what?
Dolly said
there's nothing that prepares you for that.
Yeah.
You're right. Sure, you're right.
No, Dolly. There's absolutely nothing that prepares you for something like that. Your child comes home and say they're pregnant. It's like, and I'm sure, Dolly, I don't remember if you were a teenage mom, grandma, a teenage, I guess that's what it would be, a teenage mom, early grandmother. Yeah, but, and nothing prepares you for that. So what would you do?
After I cry, because everything starts with a tear. Give me a minute. Let me digress. That tear gonna last. It's gonna last longer than if I. Give me a minute. You gonna wait? What? What? I would kill you, but you carry it.
I don't want to commit double murder.
Right? Listen, no. But to hear that news, that news, I'd be lost for words initially, but eventually coming out of it and developing some words for it, I would have to bear it with my child. At the end of the day, I have no choice. That's my child.
Right.
For my son, it's the same. I would ask, is that your child? That's your baby? You sure that's your baby?
Oh, Jesus.
She ain't loose.
She wasn't loose.
Mama's baby daddy, maybe, I'm just saying. I'm just playing. But I would definitely, I would have to stick with my child after I would have to get through my whole hump of being mentally messed up for a little minute.
Yeah.
Because then you go to thinking, how did I fail them as a parent?
How did I fail?
How did I fail them as a parent? What did I do wrong as a parent?
Yeah.
And you take pregnancy for a negative. God told us to be fruitful and multiply, but it was also within the unity.
Of course.
And now you have a child that's telling you she's having a child.
Right.
Like, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna scar you.
Of course.
It's gonna be detrimental. So it's gonna do something to your mental. It's gonna take you to a place or a realm of, it's your fault sometimes, you know, because it's like, I should have sheltered her more. I should have, you know, and in some retrospects of being rebellious, I should have let her out more, you know. So you have both of those direction, even for a young child, a young man, to find out that his girlfriend is very, like, you're like, okay, did I not educate him enough? Did I not produce, you know, everything happens. You go mentally insane for a little minute, and then after you click out of it, you just have to grab the horn, grab the bull by the horn, and now start planning for this new child, because it's coming.
It's gonna come.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's on its way. You can't hit the reverse button, rewind button, slap up to next week. Like, you can't do that. It's coming. So you just have to start planning.
I agree. You know, at that point of the pregnancy, and for those that has been part of teenage pregnancy, and I know there's a lot of parents that actually were teenage parents. Even you as a teenage parent, it hit you. Like a ton of brick. You was like,
how I'm gonna tell my mama? How we gonna tell my mama? Forget your mama. How we gonna tell my mama? like wait, where's the box? What it say? What it say? Hold on. Y'all don't even want to know how I found out I was pregnant. As a young adult, I was a young adult, 19.
And it was still
like a bag of bricks.
Yeah.
I promise.
You're never really ready, even as a grown woman. You know, it's like every time it happened, unless you was like expecting, you was planning it.
Yeah.
It's never like really something
like,
that's like,
in a Walgreens stall. That's when I found out I was pregnant, because you know I couldn't do that junk at my mama's house. That wasn't gonna happen. So at a Walgreens, Walgreens store, she took me. We went to the Walgreens store together. I was like, "Yo, I think I'm pregnant." Like, no, she told me I was pregnant. That's what happened. Cause I was like, Nancy, my boobs hurt. Like, yeah. It's just like, you might be pregnant. I'm like, nah. You know, I'm good. You know, I ain't been getting pregnant. I'm good. She's like, all right, you good? Let's go take a test. I was like, all right, bet. We'll take a test. What's up? Hey, we went to the store. I'm like, yo, I'm nervous. My stomach hurt. We got to the Walgreens, bought the test, and Lord and behold, I went to the bathroom at Walgreens. She's like, I peed, waited for the thing to come through. And she's like, what it say? She's like, oh.
Mama gonna kill you.
That's all you can think about. My mama gonna kill me.
We all go through it.
So.
We all go through it, guys. Guys, please do share. I would appreciate that so much. But yeah, like, we all go through it, and we all have that moment. Yep. Especially, again, like, if we were teenage parents, like, we experience it ourselves. So when it does happen to us, and we become,
hi brother,
hi boo, and we become you know, the receiver, and you know, on the other side of the spectrum, it's hurtful.
Yeah,
it's hurtful. It's nothing, like Dolly said, it's nothing that you can really prepare yourself for. It's kind of like something that happens, and when it does happen, that's when you have to handle it.
Yeah.
What I would highly recommend is that you do not take the avenue, and I will say this, of having an abortion, you know, or have your child have an abortion, or even put that thought process in their mind, you know, and just really trust that whatever it is that's going on, that God will handle it and take care of the child, the baby, and the circumstances and everything that happens in that, you know, in that situation. I would highly recommend that. But yeah, so that is pretty much the show for tonight, but I do want to discuss something with you guys before we move on to our final thought. We do have some great events coming up. guys, I do want to invite you guys to number one event. I'm going to start with the most recent event that's going on this Saturday. This coming Saturday is September 22nd. And it's a play that is called Call to Order, and that is by Apostle Aubrey, Daryl Aubrey, that is that holds this event, and it's for singles and married people, but mostly for singles that are looking for dating. Like if you are a single man or you're a single woman, and you're
gonna find somebody
and you're
out
looking,
there.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of single men and women there, but you're looking to date, but you want to do it the godly way and you want to do it the right way. I would highly, highly recommend that you attend this play. I'm going to be there, and I also did the class. He has 2 classes that he does that's after the play, the singles class. Phenomenal. You will never ever date the same again. I promise you. Like, you'll be dating like her if you don't go.
What do you mean? I have great dating skills. You better ask somebody.
But it is phenomenal. It is an actual.
I took that offensive.
She knows what I mean. But yes, it is a phenomenal class. So please do show up, and it's going to be held. The play is going to be held at Florida Memorial University. So it's going to be a really big play at Florida Memorial University in the auditorium, and it starts at 5:30 to 9. Okay, and it's free.
Free.com.
Freeplay.org. Okay, so you don't have to pay anything. You show up. It starts at 5:30 and it ends at 9. Again, the place called Call to Order, and it's going to be at Florida Memorial University at the inside of the auditorium. So please do attend that. The second invite that I will be sharing with you guys is a conference that I myself and a whole bunch of wonderful young women will be part of, and it is a great what you call it, a conference, and it is called Woman Thou Art.
Oh.
Okay, it is going to be held on October 20th at 5 to 8. So it is going to be a great conference, okay? Woman, thou art empowered. So you are empowered. You are ready to go out and do things and be a great woman of God. So it's going to be held on October 20th it starts at 5 to 8 at the Manual Art Times Theater. And that's only going to be for $30. And if you want VIP, it's $45. Again, I am going to be on the panel, and Jenny might attend with me as a guest. And there's gonna be
we can do a meet and greet with you guys.
Yeah, we can do a meet and greet. So do come out. That would be awesome. So again, those tickets are at Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.
Okay, they're on Eventbrite already, and they're $30, and VIP is $45, and I believe group rates are at $25. So do go and look. And if you want more information, go on Eureka Evolution. Okay, her page is Eureka Evolution. That's where you can get more details about that conference. So Woman, Thou Art Empowered. So that is that. So Saturday, meet me at Call to Order at 5:30 and 9. Singles retreat, singles play.
Hi,
come out and be part of that. And then there's a the noir, the Fête Noir, that is going to be in Miami. It's going to be an Art Basel type of feel. If you want to attend that as well, please go on my wall, on my page. You will see all that stuff. I'm going to post them all for you guys. All right. So that is my invites, my special invites for you guys tonight. So Jenny, as we're wrapping up, what is your final thought for the good people of
Buy chastity belts?
Of Facebook and Walk Talk. Go ahead and share your thought with the people.
No, basically, especially this, because it's a trending topic. It's a high traffic topic. Because it happens all the time. Teen dating, teen pregnancies, all of that. They have a whole show for it. Right. 16 and pregnant and things like that. I mean, they publicize it everywhere. But we have to remember, as Christians, we are not of this world.
Amen.
Our residency, our citizenship is in heaven.
Amen.
So when we do things, we're not doing things to conform into what the world say is okay. We're doing it to transform what God, transform them to what God says it's okay, right? So always take that with a high standard, especially when it comes to your children. It says, you know, lead the child, and they would lead the child to righteousness, and even if they stray, they'll never leave from it, right?
They never depart
from it. So always give them that foundation, give them that that understanding, because even with biblical as well as what you carry in your house or your home, they're not going to part ways from what you're telling them or what you're teaching them or what the Bible says, because it's already embedded subconsciously, consciously. It's embedded in their heads. They're going to learn right from wrong, and especially about this topic, you need to instruct them on the rights and wrongs of it. They might agree to disagree with you, but they will have the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
You understand? So when they're faced with certain situations, certain issues, certain things in that nature, they know how to approach it. They know how to address it. They know how to rebuke it. They know how to turn it away. The worst thing you can not teach your child to do is say no.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do. And that's because if you never teach your child to say no, their answer to everything will be yes. So, like I said, just hold guidance to just hold that standard of guidance. You're that role model. You're what they're looking at. And 9 out of 10, and this is not to bash anybody or any parent, 9 out of 10, what they're doing is what they're seeing. What they do is what they see. You have a revolving door, they're going to think it's okay. You have multiple men or women in your house, they're going to think it's okay. They see Uncle Joe, he ain't really an uncle, but everybody's an uncle now. They see Uncle Joe, Uncle Sam, Uncle Lee, Uncle Jude. They're going to think it's okay to have all of these women in their lives and live this promiscuous life because they see their parent, both male and female role model or figures in their lives living in this manner, and think it's okay. Be careful of what you put in front of your children, because what you put in your children, expect it in the future coming from them. You understand? So with that being said, y'all get some chastity belts. I'm gonna start, y'all, you know what? I'm gonna start building my own and start selling them to the public. But seriously though, with that being said, just be careful what you do in front of them. Be careful what you say in front of them. Don't have certain things transpiring in front of them that you might think is okay, but in actuality it's not. Just coming from my experience alone, having my 2 children, I know that I have to treat them fragile. It's like an egg. You throw them up and down, you throw them around, you're risking to break them.
Right.
That's exactly what you're doing going into this situation. Treat the situation fragilely, because you could either do one or 2 things. You could either break them, or you can make them worse than what they would have been if you didn't speak to them. Can I be on your waiting list, please?
For the chastity belt.
Girl, I'll put you first. So, I mean, you have to be aware. So treat this situation, this topic fragilely. If you have to speak with your children, speak with it fragilely. You don't want to scare them away, then they won't come to you. And then they'll be learning from the streets. And you know the ears be on the streets. But you don't want it to be that you're their friend. I don't
I'm not your friend.
I'm not my kids' friends. Let me say that for the people in the back. I am not my kids' friend. I'm a mom. My job is to birth you, feed you and clothe you, make sure you do well in your school, make sure you get the hell out of my house by the age of 18. After that, we ain't got to play patty cake. You ain't got to like me because I know you love me. we ain't doing this. We're not gonna do the funky two-step. So if I'm coming to discipline my child in the manner that I feel like I need to discipline my child so that they could understand, everybody knows their child and how they need to speak with them. The way I speak with my children, my sister would never speak to her children that way. The way I speak to her children, my sister would never speak to my children that way. Because we have different methods, but we all come into one for the madness. There's always a method to the madness. The method might be different, but the madness is the same, and we have to deal with that madness.
Right.
So with that being said, know how to address your children when it comes to that. And if you find out that your children are having sex, you see I had to rub my whole face for that. If you find out that your children have sex, please, one thing I from experience, one thing that I had to deal with my mom, when she indicated that I was having sex, and I told her I wasn't, which I was lying, but still, she implemented fear. Basically, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna take your head and knock them on all the walls in the house. Sometimes that's not. Kind of had the ability. And then if you know Haitian people, if you say no, you're not, or if you stop the block, you fighting them now, right? Oh, you're gonna fight me, been back on. So with that being said, don't be, if you have to have that conversation about having sex with, I would say again, be fragile with it. Don't scare them, don't push them, because you're pushing them into the arms of the world. And the last thing you need is for the world's okay to be your child's okay. Yes. So, pray about it. Priez mon Dieu! But hold on. But ultimately, talk to your child about abstinence. We definitely want to stick with the purity. Talk to them about abstinence. Make sure that they understand the value of what they have. What they have is sacred. What they have is of God. And you know what will always scare them? God watches everything. God watches everything.
All right. That I got nothing more to say. She pretty much covered all the bases of the areas that I could address at this point. But I don't have nothing much to add or nothing much to take away from what she said. It is what it is. The children will do what they want to do. Rather they do it in front of you or behind you, they will do it. What the most important part of all of this, if you don't take anything that we have said tonight, what I do want you to take is the foundation. The foundation of where or how you start with your children. You start them in the things of God.
Yeah.
You teach them the things of God. You show them, we tell them what sin is, especially when they're coming to the age where you notice that they can understand completely what sin and transgression is. You start teaching them those things. Yeah. That way they'll understand that, okay, if I do wrong, there's a reprimand for that, repercussion for that. There is, a consequence for my actions. If I touch fire, I'm going to get burned. So there is something that will happen when I do this. When I have sex, there's a possibility that I might either catch an STD or get somebody pregnant or get pregnant myself. So you teach them those things, not so much like Jenny said for fear, but for understanding and for education. Don't be afraid to teach your kids about sex, especially when you know that they are active, especially when you know that they're getting on that, you could smell it coming out of them. Okay, but the depth of my final thought is going to be on another spectrum. It's going to be on the parents. Okay, Jenny pretty much covered a lot. I will say this to my parents, to the moms and the dads. You are their example. You are their example. Again, what they see is what they will do. Monkey see, monkey do type of thing. And not only that, for the parents that are married, that are together, you guys have to have a plan. You, the parents, the mom and the dads, you guys have to have a plan that in case you see your children going through these changes, that you say to yourself, you know what? Let's implement this. Let's make these changes in our lives as well. Let's go ahead and talk to them, and this is what we're going to be discussed. You have to have a plan as parents on how you're going to approach the child.
Yeah.
And if you are single mom and you are single dad and you guys are co-parenting, you both have to be on the same ball wagon.
When you send them to Haiti, you're right.
You both have to come with the same counterattack. It can be, well, that's your mama child, or that's your daddy child, or she lives with you, so you got to deal with her, or he lives with you, so you got to deal with him. No. No. Because if that child fail, you both fail. You both have lost the battle.
Yeah.
You both have a child now that's ill. You both are grandparents. It's not just one. So again, my final message is for you, the parents. Come together. Because you are the ones that needs to fight this spiritually, emotionally, physically, and in every way, in every way there is. Because the child is yours. Not the school, not the teachers, not the friends, not the administration. Because they're not going to look out for your kids. While I saw them little 2 kids kissing at school the other day, I didn't see no security guard saying, hey, stop. No. They were just going on about their business. Okay? So you, the parents, have to step in and make sure that you have something that you've implemented in the event that you notice these changes in your children. And you, dad, and you, mom, whether you're single parents or you together or you're not together, you're co-parenting, whatever it is, you come together at that moment, not for your own ego, but for the child. Because again, teenage pregnancy is happening way too often and way too easily when it could have been stopped if both parents stepped in. Okay? All right. So that is my message for the night. That's my final thought. And that is pretty much our show. Again, if you guys would like to reach us for any speaking engagements, you can please do so by contacting us through our walktalkwithnancy@gmail.com email, or you can contact me at 305-910-7767, and that's panels, that's invites to parties, to your church, if you want us to come and speak to your young ladies, and all of that stuff. We are available for that. So we are open for that. And also, if you'd like to contact me for any business ventures, you would like to know what I do for a living, I'm in the financial industry, and I do taxes. I do corporate, personal, and business taxes, and also credit repair. I have a credit repair company and a small furniture store. So you can get all that information on my website, www.edendreams with an S, services with an S at gmail.com. So you can also email me at edendreamservices.com, or you can also contact me for the credit repair at creditpowernow.com. Okay, so those are the 2 places that you can reach me. And the furniture store is located in Miami Gardens. So you can call me for the full address, and that's 305-910-7767. All right, Jenny, so how can they reach you if they want your beautiful voice to come in?
But yes, I do minister speaking engagements, as you all know. We're always up for that. I'm always up for that. You could always reach me, of course, through her number, 305-910-7767. And she'll patch you into me. Also, you could reach me with the Wog Talk with Nancy@gmail.com. So you could reach me there. We are basically collaborative. So if you need to reach me, you could reach me through her. If you need to reach her, you could reach her direct. You could follow me here on Facebook at Jennie My Children's Keeper. So Jennie, Jennie, last name, My Children's Keeper, here on Facebook. And if you want to go to the Instagram, we do have Wog Talk on Instagram. Yes, we do.
Yes. And
Twitter. And you could reach or follow me directly on Instagram at JENN7389. That is me. Y'all can follow. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I think I'm getting boring on Instagram now, but I'll try to keep the content up just for you guys because you guys are awesome. So I just want to entertain. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. So guys, again, do come to the play on Saturday.
It's free, y'all.
It's a free play, and it's for singles and couples. And there's gonna be food.
Food.
Yes,
I'll be there.
Free event. Just come and get some good Christian knowledge on singleness and fellowshipping, like that, and you might meet your next wife.
Hello.
Or your next husband. You never know.
You never know.
All right, so that's going to be at Florida Memorial University.
Yeah, all the information will be on her page.
We'll go ahead. It's going to be on my page. I will share the link there as well. So it's
somebody's
called
birthday coming up.
My birthday coming up.
Yeah, y'all gonna know when her birthday is because we ain't gonna be on Wog Talk that week.
Yes, we are.
A word for your mama.
We'll still be on Wog Talk for my birthday.
Yes, you got the message.
But yes, my birthday is coming up, and I do have a Wog Talk requests, that any birthday donations that do come
for
through
new products,
is going
to
be for new equipment. Yes, for Wog Talk. So if you'd like to donate, please do so. My Cash App information is Cash App Nancy Bazille, my first name and my last name, and you'll see my picture on there when you do go through, or you can just put my phone number in, and that will link you to my Cash App as well. That's the 305-910-7767 number, and that will link you to my Cash App. So any donation is welcome. I promise it will all go towards all this new stuff that we would love to get for Wog Talk. So I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to it.
You'll sound good. You married.
You sound good. Right? You know? But guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you. YouTubers, thank you so much. We are on YouTube as well, guys.
We're on YouTube.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Facebook, for watching. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for the support and the love.
Bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Bye. Good night.
Peace. Good night.
Good night.